Now, I guarantee I've had quite a few subscribers become new subscribers since after I did the recent bashing of Drake, Wilcock, David Wilcock, and Benjamin Fulford on their crap nonsense about mass arrests. So one of their bozo followers has emailed me, "Are you ready for the mass arrest? I hope you're ready to eat your words." And I said, I would love nothing more than to eat my words and watch mass arrests of the bankers at the top take place. I would love nothing more than to make a new video apologizing for me calling Drake and Wilcock and Fulford a bunch of fraudsters. I will make a video immediately saying I apologize for that. And I'll tell you that right now, I will. But I have history on my side. I know the bankers, I know the government and who runs the bankers, and it's a revolving door of bankers, government, then they quit and they go to the banking system, then a new banker becomes a government stooge. So you can naturally see they're always going to have the bankers' interest. Therefore, are the bankers going to arrest themselves? Easy answer, no. Did Eric Holder, Attorney General, one of the top elite, or minion at least, of the elite, get put in prison? No, he said he's not going to arrest himself. His Justice Department already wrote a letter, we're not going to arrest our guy at the top, even though Congress has told us you found him guilty and he needs to at least do a year in jail. We're not going to do it. So that just happened a matter of days ago, and I'm supposed to believe that in a matter of days, from days ago actually, when he gave this little speech, Drake, a new update from Drake, that the military has the green light to do the mass arrests. So they sent me a link, 3-hour and something long video of Drake, and from that link there was another link from, I call these people hopium smokers because they smoke hopium. They hope this stuff will happen and they just sit back and say, oh, we got a savior figure coming to fix all this for us. It's not a good idea to sit back and wait for someone else to come fix your problems. Not a good idea. And I'm quite certain it's not going to happen. So I gotta do another video update. As much as I left that alone after doing my 2 videos on it, time to knock some sense into some fools. And again, on the site that has the video, they have a summary that they did themselves of what was spoken by Drake. This particular video has 13,000 views and 90-something% green thumbs up. I mean, there is so much hopium being smoked that there's none left for the rest of us. They're smoking it all. So even if you want to hope that this is about to happen, sorry, gotta rain doom down on your hope because it ain't gonna happen. And if you're listening to me with realist headline every video, realist news, not hopium smoking news, get your fancy feel good feelings on over here, fake news, but it makes you feel good. No. I don't care if it makes you feel good or bad. I'm going to report on something when it needs to be reported on. I'm not biased, I just report it. Take it or leave it. And the last time I did the video on Drake, I lost probably a few hundred, maybe 200 or 300, I don't know, subscribers, because they didn't like the way I bashed Drake and Wilcock, calling them a fraud. I didn't actually bash them, I'm calling them a fraud. And it was supposed to be by the end of May and then June, and here we are in July basically, right? There was still no mass arrest. All these dates that were given came and went. I emailed every one of the people who badmouthed my video that I've never heard of in my life. Again, people from looking for Drake hopium came to found my website, my video apparently, thinking I was really gonna give them a great update on the fake news, and found reality punching them in the face with what I had to say. So then they want to write comments about, you know, I'm negative and I don't like you and everyone should unsubscribe from JSnip4. Never even heard of you in my life, bozo. You never came over, I've got 600 something videos, you've never once commented on any of them, never once listened to the crap that I provide that wakes people up, keeps people informed, and you're gonna come over here and spew your crap. Okay, so I replied to every one of them. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we're past the due date of the last mass arrest date. I told you this would happen. Now what? What do you have to say? No comment. Next one, copy and paste. No comment. Next one, copy and paste. No comment. Now all of a sudden I get one. Hey, you ready to eat your words? Hell yeah, I'm ready to eat my words. Mass arrest of the banking elite? Hell yeah, I'm ready for that. But it's not gonna happen. Why? Because history says so. It doesn't happen like this. That's not not going to happen. So let me run down the crap update from them. This is their summary, not my summary. The military has told Drake, this is green light. You have the green light. The spirit of the call was like freedom bells ringing. This was, what am I reading? A novel? The spirit of the call was like freedom bells ringing throughout. Once Drake said the green light had been given by the military. Notes from Drake call 6/27/2012, July 27th. G20 meeting was all about the New World Order takeover. 12 false flags around the U.S. had been planned, including nuclear devices, for October, and maybe a return or a rerun of last year's October surprise that actually didn't happen. So there would be no elections. They've been handled. Oh, good. Appreciate that, Drake. According to the ETs, as in extraterrestrials, according to the ETs, quote, the cavalry is coming. They will take care of things. Sit back and watch the fireworks. They'll call on the military only if needed. So the ETs, superior in all levels, we might need your military support. We'll call you and let you know. An ET race capable of getting here with the technology that would be able to get them here would automatically put them in a superior advantage, militarily speaking. And again, if they're here to help us to arrest people, etc., they don't need our military to help, or possibly we'll keep you on standby. We might need you, we might not, right? They'll call on the military only if needed. Why are you going to need them? You're in charge, you're superior. Do you need to contact, you're going to go step on an ant pile and kill some ants. Matter of fact, you have gasoline and you're pouring it down the anthill and you're lighting it on fire. Superior technology than the ants can deal with. Human, fire, lighter fluid or gasoline, pour it in. Yeah, I think the human's going to win on that one. But ants, tell some of the other ants that want to overthrow the other ants in your colony, this human may need your help. He's superior in every way, but he might need your help, so be on standby. Right, yeah, okay. Because essentially, we are ants compared to an extraterrestrial race of beings that can, look at us like we're, a monkey compared to what they know and in all aspects of life, including technology and warfare. So here we have, your inferior military will be on standby. We might need you. Okay. You can already see the crap. You can already see this is nonsense. Quote, we have won. And again, they will take care, the ETs will take care of things. Sit back and watch the fireworks. Don't get involved. Don't do anything. An alien's coming to save you. An ET is coming to save you. What can I say right now? Is this real? Jay Snip, did you put this together, or did the person who provided this, who's telling the whole world this, did they really write that? Yeah, they did. I'm not putting stuff on here. I'm not creating my own summary or asking for anyone else's summary. This is the summary of those people. They did it themselves. They wrote it themselves. Here's a summary of what this guy talked about. So, it's exactly what you'll find in the 3-hour and something video. I already made the mistake of watching the last 3-hour video. I'm not watching this one. I already did it. The same thing I said was in it. The summary I found then was spot on. This time, this is one of them writing the summary. I don't need to go watch the 3.5-hour video. It's all laid out for me. From them, not me. With mass arrests and removals from office, the mainstream media may not have a choice about reporting it. Yesterday and today, Drake got his answer from the military. They have the paperwork and it's been submitted correctly. Oh, they already submitted it months and months and months ago, but they didn't dot their I's and cross their T's? Yeah, damn. So the paperwork got denied. By the way, this paperwork, they weren't some bozo who wasn't paying their mortgage and defaulted on credit cards and tried to get a new home loan, right? That's not the paperwork you're referring to. Oh, okay, just making sure. So some paperwork has to be filed. Okay, got it. Now the paperwork has been, quote, submitted correctly. So now the mass arrests are a green light. Oh, okay, got it. The majority of the states, United States, states within the United States, have submitted notification that they are free of the corporate government. Seems like this might make news, or even local news, if your state government submitted paperwork to disregard the corporate USA government. There's simple language, and it's called, the Constitution gives you the right, and when we formed the Union, the United States of America, all the states, you can secede away from the state, from the government, federal government, if you, as a state, feel they're not upholding their part of the bargain or whatever. You can secede. You don't have to submit correctly, whatever. It would be news. They don't have to hide it. The states don't have to hide this in a secret way of submitting it, and only Drake knows when it's been submitted. And everyone tune in to Drake, because if you don't tune in to Drake, you'll never know about these updates. He knows what's going on in all 50 whatever states in America, every state. Really? Wow. The majority of the states have submitted notification that they are free of the corporate government. The military can take action on behalf of the people against the corporation. No, they can't, because if the state just said, we are now relinquishing you, corporate government, the corporate government runs the military therefore automatically can't automatically take your side. They have no longer have jurisdiction in your state, do they? Wow, that's incredible. Little catch-22 there, Drake. This is so sad. This is I almost want to cry when I see how many people are so excited and so hopeful about that this is getting ready to go down in the next few days. And I'll tell you right now, if this does happen, I will eat the hell out of my words for doing this. But I'm pretty certain there's not a chance in hell this is going to happen. The military will begin supporting the veterans as they should be. Get some cash out of the banks, though no major interruptions are expected. Then why get some cash out of the banks if there's nothing expected? Drake has been given a day for the event this week. This is their writing. I'm not making this up. Because before, well, we originally had a date. It was April, end of April, and that wasn't our date. It was in the original documentation we had, but we didn't say it was that date. Now it's the end of June, right? So now we have a date. Drake has been given a day for the event this week. This was in the notes from the Drake call of the 6/27/2012. So that was last week. Maybe he's talking about this week. So I'm going to be fair and say this week we're in today. Right? July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc. This week. Drake has been given the day. I assume that means in the next 3 days, he says. Because again, 6/27/2012, there's only 27, 28, 29, 30. There's only 3 days left. And this guy is saying, I assume it's this week, meaning last week. And there's been no arrest. So this is null and void automatically. However, to be fair, since we were kind of close to the end of the week, maybe Drake meant this week. Not now, the next coming week. So let's be fair to Drake. Okay? I assume this means the next 3 days, and possibly tomorrow or Friday, which was Thursday and Friday of last week. So let's pretend it's this week. He thinks the military has finally gotten the idea that if they didn't act, the people would. Every time the opposing forces have tried to do a trial run with air vehicles, they've been met by superior forces and told to land. Lady Dragon reporting. So that was Drake's update. Drake the Dragon, or Drake the Dragon, maybe? That was there's a little street, his gang name, he's a gangster, it's Drake. Yo, Drake, what up, player? He's a member of the Dragon clan, son. Now, from Lady Dragon, it says, Lady Dragon reporting. Why am I reading this right now? God, tell me right now, why am I reading this right now? Why did I choose to come out here and do this video right now? Well, that's right. I remember why. In case anybody is thinking about this possibly being real, and to stop anybody from sending me this link, should you find it and say, hey, whoa, is this it? Is this really gonna... No, stop. Right there. It's fake. It's garbage. It ties back to Nasara and the White Knights and all that crap that I found in 2006. And when I found it, it had already been going. Packages are in the mail. Paperwork's coming. Everyone's gonna be free. Everyone's getting every debt wiped out. Really? 2006, and that's when I found it. It had already been going on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 years later, no Nasara, no packages in the mail, no freedom letter in the mail, no debt wiped out, no constitutional government put in place. And everything that I found on this page and the video that this speaks of is all tied to White Knights, Dove, Poofness, etc. The same clowns I found in 2006 from a website called 4wins10.com. It's all spelled out except for the 10 is 10. 4 F-O-U-R, wins, like winds of change. 4wins10.com. And I used to read the updates when I first got in, and I'm like, hey, whoa, am I late to the party? Like, wow, this is great. I just found all this crap that's pretty devastating for the future of America, and it's about to get squashed, and we're going to start fresh and new. This is great. And then I quickly realized they're just stringing people along. Please donate, please donate. Well, it makes me feel good, so I'm going to donate. How stupid. So now, let me get back to Lady Dragon reporting. Oh my God. The FBI was on CNN about breaking up a large child prostitution ring. The Audit the Fed bill made positive progress today. There was a unanimous vote in the House in favor of it, something unheard of in the past. Cobra has... Please tell me we're not using G.I. Joe stage names. Drake now, Lady Dragon, and for God's sakes, I'm going to punch myself in the face in a second if I read another one of these names. Cobra also confirmed things are working well and to remain calm. Now back to Drake. This actually is painful. It is actually squeezing my insides right now to do this. But I have to let you know how absurd it is. And if you want to see my previous videos, one of them was called "There Will Be No Mass Arrests," and then another one was Drake Update, something like that. And the Drake Update was after the mass arrest one. So watch the There Will Be No Mass Arrest. Watch that one first. Then watch the Drake Update, and you'll really think it's absurd for anyone to follow him when you hear what I said in that one and the evidence I provide. And then now this one. Back to Drake. The military has told Drake this is the green light. It will be posted on his website after this call. Many other countries are watching us. They feel if we can do it, they can too. England and the European Union are having extreme duress maintaining life support. The G20 meeting said they would cut all financial ties to other countries. The European Union is on its own. The EU was the prototype of the New World Order. A lot of money that should be going into our highways has been going into the Trans-American Highway for the North American Union. From the nature of the call, we can probably assume that that won't happen. He suggests that the UN will begin to have some very difficult problems very shortly because they're following globalist policies. They will be terminated as they are and be reinstated according to the original plans for it. It was taken over by the globalists. The religions, or religiosity, will be attended to shortly also. That's his words, religiosity. The religions, religiosity, will be attended to shortly also. The ETs will give us the true story that's been denied us. Okay. He did some checking with other countries about what's going down and got confirmation there too. So he did some checking. Okay. So Drake also has major, high-level, highly, secretive intelligence sources in other countries too, not just America. Drake's the man. Drake is the man. I know he sounds like a like a serious backwoods country redneck, And his lady dragon friend or whatever that's always with him sounds like the psychic Sylvia Brown. I know this is a fact. But I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. These people must have some major pull. More pull than anybody. He said the military will go mainstream with this as soon as they can. They're listening to these calls to ensure that the info is being put out correctly. They wanted Drake to be educating the public about this coming event. They'll also be using some people well known to put out the info, if you will. Wanted freedom and militia communities to be reached so they wouldn't take action unless necessary. Right. So protesters, people who love freedom, legitimate militias, stand down, go back to sleep, turn on American Idol, and So You Think You Can Dance, and America's Got Talent. And there'll be news someday in the near future that ETs came down and fixed everything. So, you know, no need to do anything. Canada will have to determine if they will cooperate or not. The central banking system on this continent will be closed, which includes Canada too. So they'll be up against hundreds of other countries wanting them to cooperate if they don't comply. The notification process, or declaring our independence from the corporate U.S. government, to The Hague set us free from the other ties and other treaties, contrary to the American documents, or Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence. Nullification of all former contracts which are contrary to these documents. Listen to traffic stations for possible slowdowns. What? All things that are contrary to the best interest of the people will be attended to, including courts, judges, etc. Women will be much more in charge. Governments start wars, not people. There will be major changes coming. The legalities will be changed. Finance will be changed. Eventually, we may not need money. So eventually, we may not even need money. Individual rights will be reinstated. Attending to the needs of our brothers and sisters will become standard. IRS will be going. People in prison because of them will be released. We have cut ties with England, the City of London, and other controlling places like that. The Vatican Bank has serious financial problems, have been cut off largely, and he said that's called the Northern Connection. That's been severed. Federal Reserve goes out. Was asked when ETs might make an appearance. A time has been given, but he must hold that information for now. Can't tell you that. So stay tuned and keep sending us donations. He suggested a week's supply of food, stock up on necessities in case of interruption. Take 2 weeks of money out of bank account. May have hits and misses in terms of deliveries. May have some food shortages due to delivery issues. I'm assuming these deliveries are those same deliveries I told you about from 2006. The packages are in the mail. Deliveries are out. And the Bushes stepped in and they stopped it. It's the Clintons again. And they would just go back and forth to the different families, and it was being handed to the right person, and right at the last minute, some stooge from the Bush administration or the Bush family stepped in and postponed it. And this postponement's been going on for 6 years now. And again, it was even before I found it 6 years ago. He has update on Neil Keenan and the various financial lawsuits, but he can't say it now. It may become public before he can say. A traveler told a caller that their flight was sent to Las Vegas and couldn't land in Denver because the military were arresting several hundred people there. Oh no, how about there's fires going on, bozo? Drake has been in school, so to speak, for about a month learning how to communicate with ETs through imagery and thought. They will be sharing that with us so we can better communicate with them. There have been an unusual number of flights leaving the Dover, England airport today. The Queen was wearing green today. We wondered if that was a connection to the green light there. Drake said since he has been allowed to go public with this, Alex Jones and Rush Limbaugh could do the same. They both have Drake's email if they want more details. When military determines we are free, church bells will be ringing. The military doesn't have much respect for Barack Obama. He hasn't been listening to them. Government checks should continue as expected, may get larger. I'm assuming some kind of paychecks, government handout checks, I don't know, it doesn't say. Should continue as expected and may get larger. Nasrallah, again, 6 years ago. Nasara law will be publicly discussed and perhaps enlarged. We have a bright and shining future. Central banking system will go out in the near future. Oh, it may go out in the near future. It ain't gonna be because Drake or Wilcock or the military or the ETs decided to do something about it. No. It'll be because a massive revolution started by the people did something about it. And by that time, you're talking major disruption in the whole social fabric of the world, and literally a revolution on your hands. That's the only way something like that's gonna come. So not a second before that, you're not gonna hear about these top level bankers being arrested, top level minions of politicians, etc., or politicians themselves being arrested. You know, the states have submitted the paperwork, but you can't find out about the paperwork. You won't know about the paperwork. Just tune into Drake because he's the only one that's gonna tell you about it. Yet that's something that doesn't require any secrecy whatsoever to submit. The states, as I said, most of the states have completed it and sent it in. This would be public information. And not only would it be, it would have to be, because everything each state does is public record. Any bill they pass, any law they pass. If we were seceding, if Florida was seceding away from the Union, it would not just go happen in the middle of the night. You'd hear, oh, Florida legislators today, legislators are voting on an incredible, you know, bill or whatever, vote to secede away from the Union. You'd hear about it. Whether the news reported or not, someone would have known about it. Everything that they are going to vote on that's coming up, it's all public information. You can go see what they're going to do, you know, next month or whatever. The next time they come in to have a session, you can see what they're going to cover. Nowhere in there is the secret paperwork packets to get away from the corporate U.S. government. It's not even what it's called. It would be seceding. That's all it is. This is just incredible, man. I feel so bad for people because it's those people that I want to wake up. It's just like the damn Matrix, the movie. And he says, Neo, we're going to go out here and we're going to be pulling plugs, so to speak, on these people. We're going to be waking them up to the Matrix. So Neo's, of course, all happy and going home. Great, I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to help people wake up. Except I got to tell you something, Neo. When you unplug these people, they will fight you to stay plugged in. Really? So old J Snip 4 is Neo trying to wake up these Drake people that follow him and just love, oh great, you know, this hopium he's given them. And they're fighting me when I present them with the truth. There weren't arrests back when they said it originally. There was an arrest a month after they said it. And there's not going to be arrest. And as he said in the own summary, today's the 27th of June. He said it would be this week. That they got the green light. It's going to happen. And I take it that'll be by the end of this week, which is 3 days from now. You know, today's, which in his words, Thursday or Friday or so, possibly even. And Saturday was the 30th of June, so maybe we'll give him to Saturday. Well, Sunday was the 1st. Monday's the 2nd. You know what? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. They're going to wait for the 4th of July to make it an epic, just momentous moment, whatever. Monumental time. The 4th of July, Independence Day. Listen, I've got some reality in my back pocket that says bullcrap. That ain't gonna happen. The only independence you're gonna be hearing is not cannons and guns going off as of a revolution. You're gonna hear what we are told, what we are now taught. The 4th of July is not Independence Day, no. Fireworks Day. Buy some fireworks, set off fireworks all night long, keep your neighbors and everyone in your neighborhood awake all night long. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, that's not good enough. Keep setting off those damn things till past midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Because it's not Independence Day, it's just simply Fireworks Day. Go have fun. Do not buy this horse crap. And I'll say it one more time. If this crap actually happens, I will be so dumbfounded, so amazed, so awestruck, I won't even know what to do. But I will do one thing, and I will retract every one of these statements that I've made about this being bullcrap, and make the biggest apology video you've ever seen in regards to this. Of all people you know, don't you think I would be the first in line to do a video? And guys, Did you hear the news today? The central bankers arrested, the Federal Reserve went away, the military just arrested Eric Holder, went in and arrested John Corzine of MF Global, they went after Jamie Dimon, blah, 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 the CFTC, the head, they went after that guy, the head of the SEC, that chick, she was part of the banking system, they arrested all of them. Man, this is great. I would be thrilled. But that is about like being thrilled when you go to the movie theater and watch a movie where the good guys win, they go after the bad guys and they take them down, the good guys win. That's the only time the good guys win, bozo. Anybody out there smoking hopium right now, I'm talking to you. That's when we win, in the movies. That's when we win. Oh, the good guys win. Yeah, he got shot 400,000 times, not a bullet hit the guy. Saved the day, wins. The country's saved from destruction. Yeah, the good guys win. That's the only time the good guys win. What does reality show you? Reality shows me the good guys don't win, ever. Until there's a massive revolution, and until a good guy stands up, starts that revolution, people fall behind it, and they overthrow those people in power. Because those people in power no longer have the best interests of the rest of the people, the majority, or the country. It's all in their own, how do I benefit myself? How do I make the most money? I'm part of a club, and this club put me in power, and I will respect that club and do anything the club wants me to. When that happens, the only way to get rid of those in power is by revolution. That's what history is telling me. I'm speaking from history. I'm basically reading you a history book when I say that. I'm not sitting here telling you, pick up a gun, get ready to fight, and go fight the government. I don't need to. History already told me that's going to be coming sooner or later. And it doesn't end with it, or it doesn't begin with people, the elite getting arrested. No. No change has ever has been had by holding a sign and protesting, and, you know, it doesn't work that way. What does history show us? The police, the military, those people want to keep their jobs because they're in fear of losing their job, and they do not, under any circumstances, want to end up like these peasants who outnumber them thousands to one, of course, but that doesn't matter. I'm getting paid. If the government tells me to do something unconstitutional, or my police lieutenant or whatever captain tells me to do something, round these people up, arrest them, by God, I won't even question it a tiny bit. I'm going to do what I'm told. I'll let that person deal with my chief later. If he wants to sue the police department, I'm following orders. That's all I'm doing. Because if I don't follow orders, I'm going to lose my job. And I don't want to end up like these people, hungry, food stamps, fighting, broken into. No. That's the human nature. That's why history is what it is. It repeats. This time will be no different.